Benfica scored 3 goals, but it wasn't enough to move forward. So what do you think about, nevertheless, you are proud of these players in this season in the Champions League with 10 wins, 3 draws and 1 defeat?
Yeah, first we are disappointed because I think we showed also from the start today that we still believe that we can achieve semi-final. So I think we started very well. After the first goal, of course, was difficult because that makes everything more difficult. But I think in total our team showed a very good attitude today, very good focus, and in my opinion, a very good mentality. So we played in total for 90 minutes a very good match. That is not easy to play against Inter, because they are very good in defending in the box, and around the box was clear, so you cannot create so many chances. Maybe we missed a little bit in the final third, the straightness and the last duel, which we have to win to score goals, to create clear shots. Nevertheless, we scored a goal before halftime, and then in the halftime we tried to push and to go for the second goal. Unfortunately, we conceded a goal. I think we were also not really lucky with the decisions today, and also last week with the referee. I think we have to get a clear penalty today again, like last week also. But we don't want to complain. I think I appreciate a lot what the players did, like you said, and we played a very good international season. I think we represent the club Benfica in a very good way. So for a lot of my players, this was the first time that they have a responsible role in Champions League or at Benfica in total. So I'm happy with the performance, with the attitude, and of course we have to use also the game today. After we are a little bit disappointed for 2 days, we have to use it also to get now the clear mindset for the last 6 matches in the championship to become champion.
Olá, Mr. Schmidt. Good evening. Couldn't Benfica have been more ambitious in the first half as it was in the second?
Yeah, I think you always have to find the right balance. So it makes no sense to start the game only with attacking and without taking care of the defense. I think we had 90 minutes to score 2 goals. After 13 minutes, we had 77 minutes to score 3 goals. I think in total the approach today, in my opinion, was very good. At halftime we could bring in David Neres to have a little bit more the situations, also in 1 against 1, one more attacking player. At the end we scored 3 goals, but unfortunately we conceded 3 goals, and that's why we are out. But in my opinion, we are mainly out because we missed the big chance last week in our stadium in the first match. So I think was maybe not maybe one of the worst matches in Champions League, in my opinion, this season. And Inter used this momentum, so congratulations at Inter, and that's why we are out.
Good evening, Mr. Schmidt.
Good evening.
Andrei Candeias, CMTV. It seems like Benfica doesn't have a plan B. You play with the same starting 11 when you play in the Portuguese League, in the Cup, in the League Cup, and now in the Champions League. Why is that? You don't trust the other players?
Yeah, I already answered a lot of times this question. So in my opinion, I have to make choices, and I think the players who played a lot this season, they deserve to play. They did it very well, so they are used to each other. They won a lot of matches in a row. They were always fresh. Also today, in my opinion, they showed the quality again. You always have to see, we are Benfica, we are a great club, but in Champions League, we are a club with one of the lowest budgets, especially in this round. So I think what the players achieved this season is fantastic. We already have some players in the starting 11 who are playing first time on this level, and also always in the starting 11 we have young players in the team like Antonio doing the first season on this level. So I think they deserve to play. I think it was a good decision also to give them the confidence to get used to each other. That's why we won so many matches. and that's why we used a lot of times the same starting 11. So for me, it's not necessary to change always. The best players have to play.
Good evening, Mr. Schmidt. I want to ask you something about Inter. For what you saw in these two games, do you think Inter is a team that can win the Champions League because they're now going to the semi-final?
I think they can, for sure, they can reach the final. Of course, it's an open race with Milan. Yeah, and the other pass is they are waiting a lot of very good, or there are two big teams in the other semi-final, Man City and Real Madrid. But in my opinion, in one match, everything is possible. So for all the clubs, so first they have to beat Milan, and if they are doing it, of course they have a chance.
Roger, on your left, good evening.
Good evening.
Incredible but true, because you are unbeaten in the away matches, in the 5 matches. You won in Brugge, in Turin, and in Haifa, and 2 draws in Paris and tonight. What's the meaning of this sentence? And once again, in Lisbon and in the pre-match conference, you told us that the key point was not scoring 1 goal in Dallas. This is a key point for your quarterfinal?
Yeah, the statistic is very good. It's like you said, not only in away matches, also at home. Even we lost last week. Yeah, in general, I think we showed also in away matches that we believe in ourselves, that we play brave, that we try to play also in away matches attacking football. So that's our DNA, and so I think because of that we were also able to win a lot of matches and to not get defeated. So that's my conviction that the approach to be active, to be proactive, I think gives you always the highest probability to win and to be successful. I think of course, the big chance. I say that because of the big chance of Gonzalo Ramos at the end of the first match. Of course, it would have been helpful, but if you see the results today, it would have not be enough. But in total, I think both matches were very balanced. I think it was also possible for us to win. The story of the games were a little bit for Inter. They showed also today with the 3 goals a lot of individual quality, in my opinion. Also, that maybe is also a little bit the story. And of course, we were also unlucky, like I said. I think today the referee has to give a penalty. It was a clear penalty against Frederick Aunes. I don't know why he hasn't checked it at the VAR. I think that's actually is the reason of the VAR. And last week the same. So it was a penalty against Gonzalo Ramos. They were not checking. They only checked the handball, maybe handball of João Mario. So I don't. To be honest, I don't like the VAR at all. For me, they can cancel the VAR. They can terminate the VAR. Make no sense in football.
Good evening, Mr. Roger Schmidt, Cláudia Garcia, in Direito para a SIC. More specific about these players, Musa, Neres and Neves, they did it well today. They come from the bench, they did it well, and maybe they show they can be option. Are you planning to rotate more the team in this end of the season and maybe give them a chance? Sorry.
Yeah, so we will see. I think we have 6 very important matches. And so everybody is welcome in my squad. So I have no preferences. So I don't make the decision who is playing in the starting 11. The players are doing it by their performance in the matches when they get match time and by their performance in training. And if they are better than other players, they will play. It's very easy. It's the rule for all the players.
Há queixas ao que níveis. Então, acho que há questions.
Okay, thank you.